What's up, you guys? Roger here. So in 2021, Corelogic predicts the first home price decrease in 9 years. So Corelogic is a data and analytics company that focuses on mortgages and real estate. So they collect data and analyze what's going to happen in the market. And they're predicting that in 2021 is going to be the first time in 9 years that home prices are actually going to decrease. So their latest report for April came out, April 2020, which is just about a month ago. And April actually saw the biggest increase year over year. Home prices went up 5.7% compared to April 2019. One of the biggest jumps year over year that we've seen this year so far. So purchase activity, especially among millennials, increased in the month of April. And the reason for that is because as the economy picked back up and opened up, millennials made the move and bought more houses than they did last year at this time. So that's the news, and that's what's happening right now. But this company, Corelogic, predicts that the COVID downturn in the economy is not going to have its full effect until next year. So they're predicting that the negative effects of the COVID virus are not going to take full effect and hit the housing market. It's not going to hit the housing market for another 12 to 18 months. So with the decline in economy that's hitting us right now because of COVID, they expect the next 12 to 18 months to see a decline, which in turn, they're predicting that next year around this time, in about 12 months, is when we're going to see the values of homes decrease. And that hasn't happened in a very, very long time. So since the economy crashed last time back in 2009, home prices have been steadily going up and up and up and up and up. So year over year, home prices have been going up. So next year may be the best time to buy a home if you're a first-time home buyer, or whether you're looking to upgrade, if you're an empty nester or whatever the case. Next year, around this time in April through November 2021, may be the best time to get a deal on buying your next house. So part of the reason this year has been such a good year for home values to continue to rise is because of the low interest rates. Interest rates have been low over the last 12 months. They continue to go lower. And if you haven't seen my last video where I talk about the best loan program that was just released by UWM, go watch that video. Check out right here. United Wholesale Mortgage came out with a program called Conquest, and they're offering 2.5 to 3% 30-year fixed rates. So these really, really low rates are driving people to buy more houses because maybe in the past you couldn't afford to buy a, for example, $500,000 house. Maybe you didn't have enough income. But when interest rates come down, payment comes down, now you can afford that same $500,000 house at 3% where you couldn't afford it at 4 or 4.5%. So that's one part of the reason why home prices have gone up. Is because low interest rates are driving the market. The second thing that's going on that's driving the market is the lack of inventory. There's just not that many good houses to choose from. So when a house does come on the market, and I've seen this in my personal experience over the last couple months, is you're seeing multiple offers and houses going into escrow very, very quickly because there's just not enough. There's not enough houses for all the people that are looking to buy. So Corelogic has another metric that they use to analyze home prices and home values. And that's called their market conditions index. Okay. So the market conditions index looks at the 50 biggest metropolitan areas in the country. So what they found out is that in 50 of the highest metropolitan areas, 40% as of April 2020 have been overvalued. So that's part of the reason why they expect the combination of COVID along with the combination of these home prices in the biggest metropolitan areas being overvalued. That's why they predict a decrease next year at this time, aka April 2021. All right, so that's the very, very early prediction for what's going to happen in the housing market for 2021. So you heard it here first. If you are someone that's a first-time home buyer and you are getting ready to buy a house, I'm dealing with a lot of people right now who are fixing their credit, saving money, and getting ready for a home purchase in the next 6 to 12 months. So for those of you who are in that situation, good for you because you might be buying a house at the perfect time. So in 12 months in April 2021, maybe one of the best times to buy a house in the last few years. Prepare for better housing prices next year in 2021. So to wrap up this video, I also want to mention that a lot of the banks that came out with overlays on home loans over the last 2 months because of COVID. So basically, if you haven't heard, a lot of the banks at the start of March, when COVID first came out, they added extra restrictions. So it made it really, really hard to get a loan. So those restrictions are now going away. As the economy reopens and people are going back to work, it's getting easier to get a loan than it was in the last 2 months. So for example, one of the things that the bank required was an extra 6 to 12 months in reserves. So if you're buying a property, the bank expected you to have a big chunk of savings in addition to your down payment to buying a house. So that might have knocked some people out of the market because maybe you had enough for a down payment, but you didn't have enough for a down payment and 12 months of reserves. So now that goes away. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on that. That's going to be going away. It's going to be a little bit easier to get a loan. Less restrictions that came on during Corona are now going to go bye-bye. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell because I'm coming out with videos once a week, sometimes twice a week, and you don't want to miss it because I'm going to be breaking down the new and hottest best programs that are coming out as long as tips and hacks on your next home purchase. So thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.